Hey, what's up, guys? Census or Hunter here, talking to you guys again. If you guys are wondering right now, why I'm a little tired again, like I usually am, because then nothing changes. Got back from school, Monday Fun Day Run Day, to today as of the PE class, I likes to call it such and such, and yeah, it's tiring. Yeah, it's tiring, a little boring to me, and personally, I don't like cardio. Well, not as much as I used to anymore. Anyways, no, on topic of what I do like to discuss it is my lifting history up till now. What so far, what I've accomplished and what I've been able to do within the past 3.5 years. So the start of me lifting was at the beginning of high school for me, freshman year, and when I started seriously lifting, like actually doing workouts such and such, because at the beginning of the class, it's just like showing exercises and demonstrations. I can't even say that word. Um, but yeah, doing that, and then when I end up starting seriously doing workouts was in September. It was September the 26th of 2011, and that was the beginning of my freshman year. And at the time, I was at 14. I was at 14 years old, and then I was turning 15. About a couple months later. So we'll just say I started lifting it when I was 15. So that's where it began for me. And my lifts back then and my weight literally were. I personally think were below average. Not at that time when I started. I was only about 120 pounds. I would say borderline skinny fat, but and not really skinny fat, and I remember my first maxes I was able to do, a bit in benching. I was doing about 65 pounds at the time, and when I did my first squat max, it was a 225, because I was always that kind of person who always had strong legs, and that came from me running all the time back in middle school, when I actually like to do cardio, but my legs always been a strong point, so I'm assuming that's why squats were always a good lift for me, and deadlifts. Yeah, we didn't do much deadlifts during the classes. I think at that time in particular we weren't allowed to, just because of safety issues, and plus the fact that plus the fact, especially for beginners, so like myself back then, and other people, as a dangerous exercise, can screw up your back, pull and tear something if you don't pick it up correctly, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's what I was doing back then, and then let's cut the story down, because I don't want this video here to take too long. So, from the freshman year to the beginning of sophomore year, I put on about 30 pounds. Went from 120, 150, and when I was at 150, I was actually in a shape, and actually made very very good progress. And when I hit 150, I was actually starting to bench 155 at the time, and be honest, I was still at 225 for squats, because I didn't do squats as often at that time. I didn't like them as much, and I didn't do many workouts. If I did do any kind of workouts involving legs, there will always be a few month break afterwards. But then I ended up starting to take squats a little bit more seriously during sophomore year. then throughout that time, beginning of sophomore year to beginning of my junior year, I went from 150 to 180. You know, so still in the same condition. Like in the terms of leanness and muscularity, such and such, and I know when I hit 180, I was actually starting to bench like 225, and my squat was at 300 pounds. Like I attempted to do 315 at that time, but it was just like slightly too much for me. Like I could halfway get it up, but then I just fell on my ass. but I was able to get 300 and the deadlifts. Deadlifts at that time I started to do, and I started to do for a little bit. I think I was doing like, you know, maybe like 275 at that time, but I was just starting to do it, so I was just starting to get stronger in that movement. And then, you know, from the beginning of my junior year to the beginning of my senior year, you know, I went from 180 pounds all the way up to 210 pounds. So every year it seems like I've been able to put on about like 30 pounds every time, and then when I end up hitting 210, you know, I was able to bench. When I was at 210, I was able to bench like 275. My squat went up drastically, and I was up to like 4 plates, which is about 405. And then I was able to do the same thing with deadlifts at 405 pounds as well. And I made dramatic improvements, because from the beginning of my junior year to the beginning of my senior year, like so far that was the year when I've actually like trained my hardest. I train a lot more frequently, and I just made significant progress. And now, from the beginning of my senior year till now, because I'm still in my senior year right now, and I got about 3 months left to go, and I just recently turned 18. So yeah, from the beginning of senior year up till now, like my bench right now is up to 290 pounds, and both of my squat and deadlift are about at 455 pounds right now. Deadlift, I know it's 455 pounds for sure on there, because I did a 1 rep grinder under from like the floor up. It literally took me about like 15 seconds to do, in my squats. Highest I've gone under so far is 455. So that's where I'm at now, and actually, so that's pretty much a brief history of my lifts in terms of the three main compound movements. You know, bench, squat, and deadlift, and plus what I'm trying to accomplish within the next 3 months before I graduate, which is in middle of May. I think it's in my graduation date. I think is on the May 19th. May 19th, and my goals are to be able to do for bench 315 pounds, and both of my squat and deadlift, so over 500 pounds, which that would be a very excellent thing if I can actually pull it off. And for a lot of reasons, but mainly I want to pull those lifts off it, and in particular because one, that's a milestone for me, and secondly, if I do accomplish such, that'll really show how far I've come. You know, from what I've just mentioned to you guys earlier, like what I ended up starting out with, and. Yeah, that would just be awesome. And right now, so I was at the 210 at the beginning of senior year right now, and right now I'm sitting about 220. So I've been put on about. I put on 10 pounds, and I think it was a good 10 pounds I put on, because of my strength gains did decently go up when I did add it. So it kind of right now. Like, I'm not really focused on adding so much quantity to myself. Like, I do want to add quantity, but except added in the terms of quality, and instead of just trying to just get as massive as I possibly can within a year, because that's what I've always done, like ever since freshman year, to try to put on about 30 pounds each year, which I've been able to do successfully for the past 3 years, and past 3 years in my first 3 years of training. So from now on, after this video, what I'm going to try to do, if I'm able to, and if I'm capable of, is to be able to try to document myself lifting right now, and documenting myself right now on what I can do, and what I can do by the time May 19th hits. So yeah, right now I want to. From this moment on, I want to take you guys on the journey, and plus also, of course, making videos as well, describing my personal experience, how I personally do things, and when it comes to the lifting, and some tips and stuff that I've ended up picking up over the years that I've implemented into my own regime, and that's worked out pretty well for me. So. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good day wherever you are in the world, and I'm probably gonna go take a nap right now. So see you guys.